Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am C, and it's so good to have you back with me today. If you're anything like me, what's on your mind today is closing out the year and beginning the new year. And I don't know why we have to make this so dramatic, because I mean, literally you can start over each and every day, right? You don't have to wait until January 1st to become a better you or a new you. But in my case, it's always a time of reflection when I'm crossing over from that one day to the next or that 1 year to the next, and just thinking about what this year overall has been like for me. So just some of the things that I've been reflecting on as far as like what I've accomplished in this year, because I think a lot of times we're really hard on ourselves. I know I'm very hard on myself, and that's one thing that I do want to back off just a little bit on next year. I don't want to totally eliminate it, because I feel like that's what keeps me driven and keeps me going. I want to give myself a little break, cut myself some slack, just a little bit, because I am a very hard worker. And if you're a very hard worker, if you're a perfectionist and you try to do everything to a certain degree, it does cause you a lot of pressure. So one thing that I am trying to back off a little bit on is just putting so much pressure on myself to be successful. And I kind of group 2020 and 2021 in the same boat. I don't know if it's just me, but I put them together because these past 2 years have almost been a literal blur. And I think if we have noticed anything, it's the fact that we don't know how long we're going to be on this earth. We don't know when our last day will be. So I know I've been trying to just push myself so much to accomplish as much as I can, because I'm like, you never know when your time is going to be up, and you want to make sure that you make the kind of impact that you want to make. It's not even the pressure of the world that's on me. It's the pressure of the weight of responsibility that I feel. And I don't know if you all feel like me. Please comment. Let me know if you're thinking the same things. So one of the things that I am very proud of myself for in this year, besides just the fact of making it and being level-headed, and I think that's just an accomplishment in itself, the fact that if you've been able to just maintain any level of sanity, you deserve an applause right now, because it has been difficult just to be sane and just to survive on a daily basis. The second thing that I am really proud of myself for is this year I was able to publish my first book, and I'm very proud of myself for that. And of course, the link to my book is in my bio if you're interested in buying it. I think it will be a great book for this year, and it was something that I was really pushed to write because my grandfather passed at the end of last year, and just having to deal with that grief and just everything that's been going on, the pandemic, and I've had so many changes with my job recently and just all of those things. And it pushed me to write that book because I've been through so much, and you all are going to learn a lot more about me as I continue with this channel, because I want to share with you some of my experiences that I've had. So the book is full of affirmations and just encouraging messages to keep you pushing and keep you going, because we all need that little push, and I needed it myself. And as I was writing, when I felt it touching me, I knew that it would be a blessing to other people as well, because we need that encouragement in this time. I know even in these past couple of days, just sitting and watching the news, which is something I don't regularly do, and when I say just the overwhelming fear that comes over you at times, when it's like, oh my goodness, what if I'm infected? And what if I'm passing it on to someone? And just reading other people's fears, and just being a teacher and being around students. And even though I don't necessarily have those fears all the time, when you are reading it constantly and you're constantly being inundated with those messages, it gets to you. And I've noticed that over the past couple of days. I'm like, okay, Musa, calm it down, bring it down. You're okay, you're doing well. Stay in that place of positivity. One thing that keeps me there is journaling and writing. So when I wrote that book, and when even the editor was saying that it helped her, I'm like, okay, this is really something that I was supposed to do. So I'm very proud of that accomplishment. When I'm in that reflection mode and I'm thinking about some of the things that I wish that I would have done, were the things that, I don't want to say regrets, of course, but things that I want to do next year. As I'm thinking about those things, and even thinking about creating a vision board, or what I like to do is just writing in my notes, honestly. My notes app and my iPhone is full, okay? So for Christmas, my sister actually got me this journal. Isn't it so beautiful and lovely? I cannot wait to write in it. I have not opened it just yet, but I feel like this is going to be that journal that I'm going to really be using and writing in for 2022. And I also have one that one of my parents got me. Not my actual parents, but I call my students' parents my parents. So that's something that I plan to do in the next year, is just to keep writing, keep vlogging, keep recording, keep podcasting. And I wish that I would have done more of that in 2021, but guess what? I'm going to do it in 2022. And because I want to say that Michigan, I don't know about the other states, so you all can comment and let me know, but in Michigan, we didn't get cleared for everything to start opening until March. So that means we had last year, 2020, and then we had up until March of this year. And it really put me in a bit of a slump, because anybody that knows me knows that I'm a go type of person. But once we had those lockdowns and everything like that, it really slowed down my activity and just being out and being around my family, and then with people being, worried about contracting and passing on, and I don't want to say the word. And I know you all probably noticed I'm not saying it. I don't want to say it. So I did go into my shell, and I started writing more and producing more and everything like that. But I do wish that I would have recorded more podcasts this year. So that's something that I plan to do in the next year, is just being more consistent. So consistency is the key. Being more consistent, posting more, uploading more, just talking to you all more and engaging with you more. And I'm so thankful for the subscribers that I have and those that are coming in 2022. One message that I do want to leave you all with is that I was thinking about fear today. And I know I mentioned that a few times in this video because it really has been on my heart. And I know that the Bible says God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And that's why I'm so thankful for that sound mind. But sometimes fear does get to us. And the one thing that fear will stop you from doing is accomplishing your dreams. So I just want to encourage you all today. I was thinking about how in the Bible it says that with the faith the size of a mustard seed, that we can say to a mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, and it will happen. And I know a lot of times, we as people are like, oh, that's not real, that was back then. Why isn't it happening now? And then I started thinking, because we really don't think that it can happen. And I think that that's what our limitation is. If you don't think that it can happen, it's not going to happen. And once you get caught in that place of fear, it's like you're frozen. Like your feet are in quicksand and you can't lift them out. You try to pick them up and you just keep sliding back into it. So I just want to encourage you all to have that faith this year. When you're writing down those affirmations, when you're making those vision boards, when you're writing those resolutions, don't just write it. Don't just write it to be doing something. Actually put some effort and some work and some energy into it, because faith without works is dead. Faith without works is just words. It's just words on a sheet of paper. It's just pictures on a board. It's just doodles in a notebook. But when you actually start putting that faith, that work behind it, then that's when you're going to really see things start happening for you. So I just really want to encourage you all, and I'm encouraging myself as well, to not have that fear this year. One thing that I was disappointed in myself with is, like I told you all of the changes that have happened with my job in this year. And you know, so many people have just walked away from their jobs altogether with this great resignation, right? And I told myself plenty of times, I'm like, see, you can do the same thing. Go ahead and do it. Because one thing that you also don't know about me is that I want to say it was 2018, I stopped teaching and decided to go to cosmetology school and, you know, follow my dreams. And it was very powerful for me to be able to do that. But this year, when I tell you that my job moved me from location to location to location, started off in one office, then they moved me to another office, then they moved me to another office, then they moved me back to the classroom, and I'm just letting them move me like I'm just a little pawn on the chessboard. And I was just going like I'm a little puppet on the string. So that's not my typical way of handling things, and I'm not so sure why I did. You know, it's like maybe just in this season it was just like, okay, I'm gonna go with the flow and I'm gonna roll with the punches. But one thing that I do know is that this year, this next coming year, I'm going to approach my life with a lot more intentionality and not just be doing things for the sake of, but making sure that there's a purpose behind it, it's a mission behind it, there's some faith behind it, there's some work in there too, and just making sure that not only are the people that I work with happy and the people that I'm serving, my students are happy, but making sure that I'm happy. And not just when it comes to work, but when it comes to your daily life. I want you all to make sure that you are happy. What makes you happy? And hopefully what makes you happy doesn't hurt others. You don't want that. But what you do want to do is to set those healthy boundaries. What you do want to do is make sure that you're accomplishing your goals and you're not just doing things to please others, but that you're doing things to please God first and also to please yourself. And I want to show you guys my little bracelet I have on. I hope you can see what it says. But if you cannot see it, it says purpose fuels passion. And when you have a purpose, when you know why you're doing something, like, why am I doing this channel? Is it just for me to be seen? Is it just for me to get monetized? You know, why am I doing this? What's my intention behind it? And it's because I really want to connect with a community of people that feel like me, that go through the things that I've been through, so that we can encourage one another and help one another to achieve our dreams And I feel like that's exactly the community that we are going to build on this channel in 2022. So I am encouraged today for what's to come. And I want you all to tell me in the comments, what are your goals for this year? What are you hoping to accomplish? And I know you don't want to say too much because, you know, I know how it is. Sometimes you got to keep those things secret, you know. But just let me know. Not procrastination, you know, not procrastinating. Being more creative. Practicing self-care. Just those basic things. Let me know in the comments what you plan to do in this coming year, 2022. And it was so great connecting with you all today. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Please like, make sure you comment at the bottom, and also subscribe. And I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye-bye.